or as I'm now known, that guy from Rock Band.
Our next guest is a very talented musician and the son of the late, great George Harrison. He's here today to give us a sneak preview of the highly anticipated new game, The Beatles Rock Band, which is in stores tomorrow. Please welcome Danny Harrison.
Green Day Rock Band is coming out. Now they've only done this once before, and it was with a little band called the Beatles. So it's Beatles Rock Band, now Green Day. That's good company.
Do you guys want to say anything about Rock Band?
I suck at Rock Band.
Night divides the day. Try to run, try to do the freeze frame, like commit to it one way or the other. Like a Saved by the Bell episode here. Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? How's E3 going? Everyone awake? Post-lunch cookie sleep nap time. We're from Harmonix. I'm John. This is some of the guys from the community audio and production teams. We're here to show you Rock Band 3, our new, unbelievably revolutionary music gaming device product explosion. It's going to be coming out this holiday for 360, PS3, and Wii. It's awesome, and we think that you should learn more about it. I'm glad you're sitting down. There's a lot of surprising stuff to come. So we're redefining the music game with this title, and of course, the first thing we do with any music game is talk about the set list. So we have 83 songs on our set list. It's probably our most kick-ass set list since Rock Band 2, I would argue, in the Rock Band franchise. I don't know if this gives like a track pack, that's pretty much all we have. But so Rock Band 3 has 83 great songs in it. The majority of those songs have keyboards in them, when you saw me playing keys. Not all of them do. We sort of went for the best music, not necessarily the keyboardy music. So we have some great non-keyboard songs as well. We have 22 songs for you to play on the floor today, right outside that door when you go to the right. When you're done, you'll be able to get your hands on keyboards, guitar, bass, drums, and 3-part harmony vocals, all right outside. 22 great songs, newer bands, like we have Metric, we have the White Stripes, we have, what's that, Phoenix, another song from Phoenix. I love Lasso, it's a great song. And we have older stuff. We have, Huey Lewis, obviously, unbelievable, The Power of Love, Back to the Future. We have, Jimi Hendrix's Crosstown Traffic. We have Bohemian Rhapsody as it's meant to be played with keyboards and harmonies. Otherwise, what's the point? And we have a lot of other great songs, like we have Dio, we have Ozzy, we have a bunch of great stuff. So get out there and try it for yourself. Please play it before you form your opinions, because it's actually really, really well done. Some funky town coming through the door there. So right here you'll see our new over shell. We're calling sort of the problem solver for our matchmaking situation. So in Rock Band 2 and Rock Band, we have a big matchmaking issue, right? You get to a party, people are having a good time, and you're trying to sign in players to play with you, and your friend Billy is drunk, and Billy's like playing a drum solo in the screen, and he's like backed you out the main menu, and you're like, man, Billy's a dick, why do we always invite Billy? And you're like, Billy, hands up, and he's like, ha ha ha, and you get to the screen, he's like, ha ha ha, and you're like, oh, fucking Billy, man. So anyway, we've installed what we call the overshell. And the overshell are these menus up here, lets you drop in and drop out from anywhere in the game, like that. Goodbye, Aaron, you're not playing anymore. It's awesome. So the cool thing there is that if we're in this screen right here, or if we've gone into the song select screen at any point, we can drop in and drop out, campaign, quick play, wherever it is. So other games have done drop in and drop out before, but it's only been in sort of a party mode. We do it wherever you are in the game. It's expensive on the processor, but it's worth it, so we hope you guys like that. The other thing that's cool about this overshell is it lets you customize your experience as you go, so you're not holding up the party anymore to put on lefty flip, but it also frees up all this real estate. So we have these really awesome characters strutting down the street like badasses. You can customize in our great new Rock Band 3 character creator. We're not actually showing that at E3 this year, but we'll be showing it later in the summer, but needless to say, it's been overhauled sort of from the ground up. It's unbelievable. And these characters will appear in both these sort of, moving images that flash on the screen through their hometown, but they'll also appear in vignettes of the game, so little like mini movies that carry you through the narrative as your band grows from a hometown hero all the way to a supergroup. And the cool thing there is that these screens will change. This is not the only Rock Band 3 main menu screen. You'll see them in the back of a van, you'll see them in the desert when the van breaks down, you'll see them fighting about how the van broke down. And as you go through the game, you get really attached to these guys, and that's really, really cool. For the first time, you can actually see the characters behind the giant scrolling tracks of notes. So that's pretty awesome. We're going to go into the set list now and show you sort of how we're handling music. So I said, I think, we have a great set list for the game. We also have backwards compatibility, so 1,500 songs available today to play in Rock Band 3 on the floor. All the DLC, exporting from Rock Band discs like Rock Band 1 and Green Day, and of course, Rock Band Network if you're on 360. And the really cool thing about that is it's 1,500 songs today. By launch, we're hoping to have about 2,000 songs for you to play. That's stupid. That's a lot of music. You can't play 2,000 songs. Go ahead. How dare you? Yes, challenge accepted. If you do the ultimate bladder test with that, you'd probably pee your pants. But we're going to show you right now. So instead of sorting songs in just a different, now I can tab through the categories of decades or whatever, we've now added a filtering system. So this is our filtering system right here. So let you sort of whittle down your giant set list. If we have like 1,300 songs on this console, and we can eliminate it down and say song location. Let's do only Rock Band 3 songs, for example. Kaboom! All the other songs are gone. We could do sound length. Yeah, let's do that. So we can do only short songs. Awesome. And we can do songs with, so that right there we've already eliminated it down to about 5 songs out of 1166. See that top thing right there where it sort of tells you how many you have? So that's pretty awesome. There, if you want to play only short songs because you have a 5-year-old with a sugar problem and you can focus, that's great. You can also have family-friendly songs versus songs for everybody. This filtering system is the only real way we have to manage all that content. We think it's really slick and cool, and you should get excited about it at home. The other cool thing we have is set lists in the game. So we've done set lists before in Rock Band or Rock Band 2. It lets you play a couple songs in a row without the annoying going back to the menu and picking your difficulty stuff. But the cool thing about set lists in Rock Band 3 is that we actually let you save your set lists and share it with your friends. So you want to make your ultimate metal set list and save it to your console, and the next time you want to play it again, it's already queued up for you. No scrolling through hundreds of songs to find the song you want next. You can also challenge your friends with those set lists. So you make the ultimate Whitesnake set list and send it to your friend, and have him play Whitesnake against you and see how he did. You can also be at work, and if your boss is like, Johnson, you're staying till 6 tonight, you'd be like, cool, I'm staying till 6, I'm making an awesome Rock Band punk set list and sending it to myself. So when I get home, I'm going to fight the man via Rock Band. So all those things are pretty awesome, right? We have cool new set lists, great new music, great new art. It looks really, really great, and the overshelf helps you sort of navigate all of that. Now the real thing for us is that Rock Band speaks to a lot of different audiences, right? It's a casual game with hardcore elements, a lot of stuff in between. So we sort of try to kind of look at that and see what's for each person. It can kind of be a game for everyone. It's sort of 3 or 4 games crammed into one. For our casual party player, we have the drop in, drop out you saw, which is pretty awesome. We have no fail mode. We have Party Shuffle, which lets you sort of jump in right away and start playing songs. So you can just sort of skip through songs like you would on your musical device that you listen to in the car or whatever. Not to name a product. But the other thing we have, all instruments modes. You saw us do that already. We played 7-player on stage, keyboards, bass, guitar, drums, 3 vocalists, all local. You want to have a party on the weekend with your friends and get a 24-pack and just enjoy Rock Band? You can do that in Rock Band 3. If you want to be a hardcore gamer who's playing sort of solo and working through the campaign, and you're all about like gamer score and getting the cool unlockables and mastering whatever instrument you've chosen to sort of fight your way to the top on, Rock Band now has persistent goals and achievements across the entire game. So you can unlock achievements and these sort of in-game achievements in trainers or in quick play or in what we're calling road challenges, which is sort of our tour mode. And that way, if you're really trying to become the ultimate guitarist in Rock Band 3, or the ultimate vocalist in Rock Band 3, there's different paths for you to make the game your own little campaign, which is pretty awesome if you're a focused player like that. And last but not least, we have sort of the bridge for our Rock Band hardcore, who sort of maybe aren't hardcore gamers for everything, but then they love having parties over where they want to have a campaign-based experience. We have road challenges, which is sort of our one evening experience for your friends. So you invite a band over, you go on a little tour, 2 to 4 hours, depending on the set list that you choose, and you can kind of beat Rock Band in a night, which we've never let you do before. So instead of this endless perpetual tour, you can sort of conquer, your East Coast tour, you can conquer the punk clubs tour, and that stuff's really, really fun. So that's a great way to sort of have friends over for a more focused, less sprawling party experience. And throughout all that, we have some, great content as well. So it's not all about, it's a lot of different things, right? So all the things you just named, whether it be casual party modes, super hardcore, whether it be all instruments mode, the new art, or Rock Band Pro, it's kind of everything to everyone. As we mentioned Rock Band Pro, let's maybe show you Rock Band Pro. So you may have seen some billboards and some things and some Green Day trailers that let you talk about, let you talk about, the keyboards. We have keyboards in our game now. I think Allie's trying to remind me that you can also now rate songs in our game by putting the 5 letter rating up there. So that's also something you should know. I'm sorry I skipped that. I apologize. Backtrack. You can rate songs in the game after you play them from 1 to 5 letters. Songs you rate less will come up less in a random set list. So if you say don't want to play Say It Ain't So over and over and over and over again forever until you want to hate Rock Band 1, you can put it at one letter. It won't come up randomly until you feel like playing it again 30 years from now. If you rate something as 5 letters, it'll come up all the time. So you can sort of also use that to tool our song recommendation system in our music store to drive you towards content you might want to buy and sort of extend your Rock Band experience with our humongous, never-ending catalog of music. So that's that. Thank you for the reminder, whoever chose to highlight that. You are a wonderful friend. But back to keyboards, before I got so wildly distracted. This is our keyboard controller. It's made by Madcap, the Rock Band 3 keyboard controller. And it is a 2-octave keyboard. You'll see at the top there's bands of color, which will correspond to the colors you'll see on the screen in a minute. And I play all the notes inside that. It also is playable as sort of a 5-button controller from just C to G. So just like the 5 buttons on your Rock Band 2 guitar or a bass that you played, you can play just these 5 notes. It's super accessible. I played it at the top that way. It wasn't like huge 2 octaves of gameplay with running notes. It's just sort of the simulation experience you've come to love from Rock Band when we extend that in Pro. As I pick this song right now, you can see actually I can play keys, which is our 5-lane experience. I can play guitar or bass parts from Rock Band, so if I don't want to switch my controller, but I really want to play bass on Sister Christian, because I like waiting a minute before I get to play. I can do that, or I can play pro keys. And we're going to show you pro keys right now, which is pretty sexy. I'm going to start on easy. So pro for us is really a way of sort of giving the ultimate, Harmonix mission of giving you a musical experience even if you're not a musician. It's an easy and accessible way to sort of get into playing keyboards or guitar or drums, whether it be cymbals in the drums or the guitars we're going to show you in a second, without having spent years training. And through that fun and non-judgmental way, you kind of can get into an instrument and get really excited about it. So see here, I have about 1 octave of gameplay that I'm playing right now, which is exciting. It's not too many notes, this is easy mode, super accessible. All right, hey, doing my best. So this is easy mode. Again, we've had people come in, if it looks intimidating, it's sort of like the first time you saw Rock Band drums. It seems like kind of crazy, and then within an hour you sort of got your feet wet and you're ready to rock. You see we differentiate the white and black notes, but it basically lines up with the controller I'm holding here. So I'm basically just keeping my hands in position with those color helpers. And as I get through the hard part of the song, now I can say, oh, let's switch up to hard. Now I don't have to do any runs. And I can switch difficulty on the fly. It rolls back the track a couple seconds, plunges me right back in. So now I'm on hard pro keys. So you can see there's a slightly different experience. I have chords now, which is great. The track's actually going to shift to the right, show me more notes. There it is, the top note there. Difficulty you're on for Rock Band Pro, you're always playing pitch accurate gameplay. So even on easy, when I was playing 1 or 2 notes, they were notes in the chord of what I'm playing. As I get up to expert, I'm actually playing pretty much the real keyboard part. This is the part where it gets more complicated to talk and play at the same time. Who said fail? I will challenge you outside head to head. But so pro keys is pretty cool, right? So we have a lot of great songs you can play, and again, when you're done, like Bohemian Rhapsody on expert keys, you can then sit down at a keyboard and you have, 4 or 5 notes of the main part. You can sit down and kind of pick out Bohemian Rhapsody on real piano without the game, and that's sort of nuts to be able to sort of give you that deep experience and get you ramped up through the fun of gameplay to being a kick-ass keyboardist. And the nice thing for the set list is that it opens up not only piano parts like that, but lead keyboard lines and synth parts for some of our songs, like Just Like Heaven has a great synth line and a toy piano part. And again, we didn't pick just keyboard songs for Rock Band 3, but most of the songs do have keyboards in them. It's super fun. Get your hands on it on the floor. It's awesome. And we have pro drums, which you saw Ali play with the cymbals, so you have to actually play the cymbals instead of just playing whatever color you want. You have to pick one and hit it right. And we have 3-part vocal harmonies, but Amin is strapping on over there as we switch to our other console, the pro guitar. Probably the most important thing we've done in a really long time. We're huge, guitar freaks inside of Harmonix. We love it. We have a bunch of people who play guitar. Amin plays guitar in a band that's actually playing in LA tonight, Spirit Kid, if you're interested in seeing them. They're at the Joint at 11 p.m. And I'm plugging the show. Looking out for you. I'm holding one of our 2 controllers here. He's on the other one. This is our Mustang Pro guitar. It's made by Mad Cats. It's got a 17-fret neck with buttons for each string on the neck, so it's sort of a matrix of buttons. It might look a little intimidating. It's actually really easy to get into and play, especially if you play on the easier modes and ramp up. It has 6 strings right here, so you can pick them discreetly as well as strumming. And of course, like the keyboard, it has a MIDI out. So both of these can be used as MIDI controllers, which is really, really cool. And yes, good. I'm glad you're excited. I am also excited. This is a great game controller. It's it's a great way to get into playing guitar without, and get to be a campfire guitarist in a few hours, rather than being sort of you're not going to master Dio in a few hours on this, but you may get to some power chords pretty quickly. And then Amin over there has the Squier Stratocaster, which is being made by Fender. They are awesome, our partners for Rock Band. And he's going to walk you through some pro guitar gameplay right now. He's paused one of our awesome video venues. So he's playing on easy right now. We're going to start off easy. You can see as he moves his hand around, the chord position changes. You can sort of see where your hand is in real time without having to look down. There's 6 strings. Each string has a different color. And those numbers are what fret your hand should be on. It's a lot to process if you haven't played guitar before, but it gets to be pretty intuitive after a few minutes. It takes a couple minutes to get into, but I mean, it's pretty good, so. Nice. We'll let him play for a second and let you get used to this. play guitar, you can jump right in and sort of get used to playing guitar, different strings. It's not going to be for everyone. We understand this is sort of a different kind of player than just a casual party player, but hopefully some of those people will take the leap to playing, you know, a crazy real instrument. I mean, speaking of taking a leap, do you want to, after the verse, do you want to jump up to expert? I'll show them what it looks like an expert. So he's playing single notes again. This also works for bass. Bass, also coming for Pro. So Pro Bass, Pro Guitar, charted for all the songs on Rock Band 3. If you buy one of these controllers, a great value. Your existing hardware will also work if you want to play the 5-lane stuff. You have a Rock Band 2 guitar, a Beatles Rock Band guitar. You don't need to buy new hardware to play the game, but Pro needs some cool new stuff, like the tech over there. So here comes some chords. Yeah, this is where your hand shape comes into play. You can sort of make the shape before the note gets there. And if you're a guitarist, see on the left side of the track, it actually tells you what chord you're about to play. So if you're familiar with it, you're ready to rock right away. Easy to sight read if you play guitar. Also, the song's pretty easy to start. So we have one more thing to show you there. So again, the Mustang is really great. I mean, you want to pause that? Should mention that actually Mad Catz is making what we're calling the MIDI Pro adapter. And that means if you want to plug an existing keyboard you own, like you don't want to buy this, you have a keyboard from working on, you know, GarageBand on your computer, you want to plug that in the game and use that as your controller, they're making an adapter that will let you do that, which is awesome. It also is what powers that real Squier Stratocaster into the game, sort of converts that tech into real gameplay. It'll also work for a lot of electronic drum sets. If they have a MIDI out, you can plug in an electronic drum set and make that your controller. So that's a cool little thing that people are sort of missing that can make a ton of instruments ready for gameplay right away. But most importantly to note is that Squier Stratocaster has great tech in the neck, and it's got really cool gameplay stuff, and has buttons built into it, but it's also a real guitar. So if Amin wants to, there we go. He's playing to that Fender amp behind him on stage. Yeah. So he's gonna keep the game going and show you that he's actually playing the real guitar part on expert. This is pretty nuts. Here we go. So not only are we arming you with tutorials and great songs and easy fun experience, we're giving you a real guitar to rock with as soon as you're done and start playing your friend's band. And that gets awesome. Oh, cool. Good place to stop, I mean. Not at all the crash done. The game's still, yeah. The game's still in development. We have a bunch of great stuff. Obviously, Rock Band 3 can kind of be anything for anyone. Whether you're a party player, you want to check out and learn a new instrument, you want to play with a bunch of people, play by yourself, have just a great musical content with a new library. We're not stopping, and we think we're the category leader. All these things are things we've been working on for a long time. So, you know, we haven't made a rock band since 2008. Is that right? 2 years? So we've been working on these, you know, Pro Guitar and the keyboards for a really long time. It's not a recent development that we've done. We're really thinking that we're the category leader here, and we hope you think the same after you get your hands on it out there. One last thing to mention, speaking of categories, you may have heard at Microsoft yesterday, or you may be able to hear deafening music right now, the cool bass line, to tell you that we have announced a dance game called Dance Central, which is the first full-body dance game, not to use a controller or, you know, a dance mat. We're letting you dance your ass off using Kinect for Xbox 360. And we actually have that out there to play right now. So if you walk out the door and turn to the left, my friend John or my friend Matt, one of the two of them, will be there to sort of walk you through what Dance Central is, how much fun it is. I beg of you, try these games out. Don't just walk by them and go, okay, looks cool, I guess dance games are fun. If you get up there and you do poker face on easy, I guarantee you will be smiling in 30 seconds or your money back, but since you didn't pay for this demo, what are you gonna do? And Rock Band 3 is playable in 2 stages back there. We also have Green Day Rock Band and Beatles Rock Band. Please, please, please get your hands on these games and talk about it. If you need a PR person there walking around the floor, I know your time is precious during E3, so we appreciate you taking 25 minutes to hang with us to check out this cool stuff. Thank you so much for coming, and have a good rest of E3. Bye-bye.